Yeah. I can assure you Mbadi has no idea what bottom-up means because he's a member of ODM. I know him. So for us, we needed to have a conversation first, to have a document that says, this is what we're going to do and this is the priority areas. For ODM, our priority areas have never changed. We are a pro-people party. We are not going there to talk about all these other things. For instance, Trevor, I as SG of ODM hold that the first thing I would do in government is to roll back all the taxation that has been imposed by this government. Is John Mbadi going to be able to do that as a cabinet secretary for treasury? Without a framework, without a conversation.
So do they have the blessing of the party?
They do not. The position that we gave in the statement that I issued 2 days ago is that they are going to join government in their individual capacities. And we don't begrudge them. In fact, I wish them well. But for you to conflate and say that this is the decision of ODM or that ODM has joined a party or a government, you have to show me a document. Because when there are negotiations to form a coalition government, and these two, luckily for me, both of them are lawyers, there has to be an instrument that lays out the nature of the relationship and what we aim to achieve together.
So will they be facing disciplinary like what Ogienda and the rest went?
That is not a decision for SIFUNA. I speak for organs of the party, and I can tell you that there has not been any meeting of any organs of the party after the conversation that has happened yesterday. So we will be briefing the public because there's nothing to hide.
Okay.
What has happened is this. I, as a lawyer, understand that the president has a prerogative to nominate any person to his cabinet. Any person. So if he has been having conversations with John Mbadi, you will not get me to say anything bad about John Mbadi. He's a man that I've worked with in ODM for a very long time. But if he is honest, he will tell you there was no resolution of any organ of a party because he sits in his organs of a party.
Okay.
For him to join government, he has been tapped by the president, he has accepted. So we don't begrudge these 4 people. But for you to conflate and say ODM has joined government is to tell an open lie.
So why is this an open lie when the chairman, who is John Mbadi, is in cabinet? Now, the two deputies, wait. The 2 deputies, Ali Hassan Joho, Wycliffe Oparanya, are in cabinet. The minority leader, Opiyo Wandayi, is in cabinet.
That's what I'm telling you.
So how can you then say that you've not joined government?
This is what I want to tell you. ODM is not the SG. I am not ODM. The party chairman is not ODM. ODM is a movement of people, over 5 million Kenyans who are registered members of ODM. And there is a way in which organizations such as ODM make a decision. Let me tell you, Trevor, why we were insisting on having a conversation before any of these things happen. Because right now, like SIFUNA, I eat, dream, and leave ODM. If today I find myself seated next to Kindiki in cabinet, to discuss what are we going to implement, because a conversation would have happened in which we would have agreed that, first of all, the president is going to rip up his bottom-up manifesto, and then we are going to rip up our Azimio manifesto. We come up with a document that encompasses the beliefs and the priorities of both political parties. What manifesto are these people going to implement? I heard the president very clearly yesterday. He said they are going to implement the bottom-up transformative manifesto.
Is it possible that this could have happened without the knowledge of the party leader?
I have told you there's a distinction between knowledge and blessing. Process is important, my brothers. These 2 friends of mine are lawyers, and I've said they understand. Tom Ogienda understands that process is important. We're always saying the same thing. I started by saying that there is no table that I will not go to. I don't consider William Ruto such a bad person that I cannot have a conversation with him. There is no one I cannot have a conversation with, Trevor. We all understand that it is in times of crisis such as this that leadership must emerge. I have been on record saying, and I remember even getting into trouble with some of the people online, I will talk to anyone. I will talk, because at the end of the day, that is the way out of the current crisis. We need to be able to come to a table and have a conversation about how we resolve these issues. These 2 colleagues are also senators like myself. A few weeks ago, we had a conversation with Aaron Cheruiyot, a person that I have come to greatly respect because of the way that he has conducted himself in the past few days, and understanding that the nation is greater than all of us. SIFUNA is not averse to having conversations about the nation, about anyone. You know, so we sat down with Aaron Cheruiyot and we said, there are things that we have done wrong. All of us have contributed to the current state of affairs. Can we have a conversation? And I was very proud, Trevor. Yesterday, the Senate passed a motion passed a motion to require some of these things that we've been saying are preconditions. For instance, compensation of the people who were shot and killed during the maandamano or hurt, compensation of businesses that have been destroyed. We have called for an amnesty for all the people who were arrested during peaceful protests. And you saw some of that in the president's speech. This is a result of a conversation, an honest conversation about the state of affairs of our country. I am not averse to conversations. But process is important because it lays out what the responsibilities and expectations of both parties are going to be. When Raila Odinga got into government with Mwai Kibaki, there was a guiding document, 4 agenda items, and this is what we're going to expect, and this needs to be done, and if this doesn't done, the coalition collapses, and so on and so forth. That document doesn't have to be signed by SIFUNA. If my party leader enters into an agreement like that and it is sanctioned by the organs of the party, I am also bound. I am telling you, I need to bear true witness to members of ODM. Members of ODM, I speak for members of ODM. I have to bear true witness to them as to the records of the party and what has happened in the meetings of the party. There is no document. Tom Ojenda is a member of only one organ of the party, and he doesn't even attend PG meetings. When was the last time Ojenda attended PG meetings? I take records of those meetings. I have not seen him in a PG since he went to State House. He doesn't know what the party is talking about. So you cannot ask him about the conversations within ODM. All we are saying is possible for the president to appoint individuals. He has seen the talent in John Mbadi or whoever else. He can appoint them. If you ask me as SG of ODM, I'm not going to present a name of a person who will necessitate a by-election, that I have to go back to the ground and start campaigning for a position. Yet there are many members of ODM, some of them who lost elections, some of them who have never been elected, and they have the talent. They have never been looked at because of the party affiliation that they hold. As SG, I have a global view of all the talent in the party. I am not going to present 4 men. I am going to present 2 women and two men. That is what I do. I'm going to present a name of a youth because the issues that are being raised right now have a lot to do with young people. You are telling me there are no young people in ODM. I am not going to take somebody from a position that he is already holding to give him another position. It is not possible. That's what I'm telling you. These are individuals who were tapped by the president directly. It was not a conversation in the party.
What does that mean for ODM now?
It doesn't mean anything. ODM as a party will remain a party. It is possible for people to leave the party. How many people have left ODM? The party has remained. And as I said, what I expect is that these people will now vacate these party positions to allow the party to refresh itself. Let them pursue we don't begrudge them. Let them pursue their own personal ambitions without having to tether the party to a decision that they took as individuals.
And what does this mean for Azimio? Because the other coalition members have disowned ODM.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody has disowned ODM. Nobody has disowned ODM. You know, you people in the media, you try to sow discord for nothing. I was speaking to members of Azimio yesterday. Nobody has disowned ODM.
All of them have said they are not.
Nobody has disowned ODM. You would have to show me a resolution of Azimio saying they have disowned ODM. They have not disowned ODM.
In fact, talking about there's a difference between paperwork.
No.
Archive.